So, it's been a while since I've done a video, and I decided that since my channel is nearly 3.5 years old, I decided I want to recreate my first video ever, which was, of course, the floating island tutorial. Um, Personally, my opinion on that video, like, when I was making it, like, that was my first time ever, like, doing something like that, so it was fun, it was, like, thrilling. I wanted to see what would happen. And that video is actually done alright for like a first video on a channel. So I decided to just have a look back and see if I could actually just recreate that sort of spark that I had at the start of my channel. So obviously I used signs to communicate back then, so I'm just going to use my voice now. As I was told 3 years ago, you can use the /fill command if you'd like, but if you're in like survival or anything like that, you want to just simply build up by just nerd piling up to the sky limit, and then after that, usually you do this at the end of the project. You just break all this down. So now you're just left with a single block up here, which you can do almost anything with. So number one, you can just start building out on top like this, adding sort of another layer to it. You can also add sort of vines down here. I think like adding vines here is cool because like it just droops down and makes the island. Like it just adds to the aesthetic of the floating island in my opinion. So obviously you want to keep building out like this, and you want to try not to fall off while doing this, obviously, otherwise your character will die. So obviously building out like this, trying to give your island, like, you can go up doing this to like whatever height that you need, because eventually you want to have like a really like big island. I'm going to make a small one for this video. Otherwise, I'm going to spend around an hour trying to just do landscape. So, number one, for example, if you want to, like, you could probably start with a bigger base than this one block thing here. Like, you can make it around probably this layer size, and you'd be able to make a way bigger island than you could before. Number two, you could also probably just try creating, like, a lot of layers. So like also you can just like sort of add like some ores or something here, like we'll add a few diamonds or something here just to sort of add to like the naturalness of this. And obviously in survival you won't have flight, so you might need a elytra or something to get down from here if you need to get more resources, or you can use a water bucket and just place it here and you can use that as an elevator. So uh, it is a simple-ish build. Some people have trouble with this. Well, not really anyone I know of. Oh no, so the most accessible things you can do is putting water buckets down can really help, like getting up and down the island. So you know, no mobs or anything like that can get up. I'd also like to address that yes, I've been away from YouTube for over a year now. Um, I don't have an excuse. I just So anyways, the floating island should be getting up to around a reasonable sort of height that you want to at least till you get it to around probably I'd say 10 layers. This bit should be in total, with 3 of the layers consisting of 2 layers of normal dirt and 1 layer of grass, obviously. And of course you can create different mountains and such. So I'm going to do a time lapse in the video here, and I will show you the finished product when I'm done. And cut. Alright, so what we have right here is the finished island. As you can see, I've added a bit of an out trim here to make the island sort of on sort of a mound. So, what you can do, as I said before, using a water elevator, you can sort of create a little pond. Let's say we'll make one around here. And what we'll do is we'll add just a bit of water here, so it overflows over like this. And of course, if you want to make it look even better, you can add a bit of sand and just put that around the edges here, and that creates a really natural looking sort of pond here where you can easily go up and down your island per se, and you can also just break these blocks down here. And just quickly fix that, just put blocks around here, and now you've got a simple water elevator going back up to your island. So now that that's done, you can either start putting some trees up here, for example, so you can plant perhaps a few birch or oak saplings, depending on the type of wood you want up here. So you can just have that there, and if you need to, you can also just grab some bone meal easily and just and you can just now put some trees up here. So yeah, that looks really good now. You can also just build a house if you want, but I'd say this is a really good sort of base where you can advantages to having this as a base is it's easier to stop mobs from spawning up here, so you don't even really need walls up here. You can just have a bed, a crafting table, whatever you need on this island. Only cons I'd say is it's a bit less accessible than, the sort of bases you'd have on land, and there's also limited resources, so you're gonna have to be doing journeys down to there or something like that. I will show you some ways to sort of improve your state of living on this island, so I'll just do a quick cut here. And cut. So what I've just done here is just planted a few crops, so you can grow your own food up here, because not a lot of animals are going to spawn up here unless you figure out a way to get them up using probably a water elevator or something like that. So yeah, this is basically the basics of having sort of a skyblock island, I guess you could say, since it is very similar to that. So yeah, you could probably throw a few chicken eggs up here and just put them in a pen around here. You can also build like a massive castle. I've sort of made this in a way like that it's accessible to people in survival. So you want to get down, you just go down here, obviously, making sure you don't just jump off. So yeah, that is basically having just an island, like that's how you make a floating island basically. So yeah, you can also put some vines up here if you want to add some more wilderness to this. So I think that's pretty good. And oh, would you look at that? So yeah, some mobs can actually spawn up here. There's not a lot of things on the ground right now, obviously. So yeah, it's more common for them to spawn here. So yeah, this is basically having your own floating island. Thank you for watching this video if you did watch it, and hopefully I decide to make some more videos soon.